Welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas Rana. We are one-stop solution for current affairs. You can find Crack Current Affairs course on our application exclusively for current affairs, where you will get daily, weekly, monthly content on regular basis. Use the code VIKAS10 and get 10% additional discount while purchasing the course. Also, students, follow us on Telegram and Instagram. The link for the same are mentioned in our description. This video has both English and Hindi. The first part is English and second part is Hindi. Timestamps are mentioned in the description below.
Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you are all good. So students, in this video we will be discussing important current affairs for the topic sports for September month. It will be quite an important and interesting session, so stay tuned with us till the end. Let's start. The first question is, India won the 7th edition of South Asia Football Federation Under-17 Women's Championship title by defeating which country in the final? The final was held in Thimphu, Bhutan. So India won the finals here, right? It is the Under-17 Women's Championship and it is Nepal that we defeated in the finals. And the final was held where? What is the location? Thimphu, Bhutan. And remember, this is the 7th edition of South Asian Football Federation. Next, mention the company that partnered with the ICC in August 25 to enhance fan engagement in women's cricket. So mention that company, it is Google. Also remember, Google is setting up Asia's largest AI data center, and where is it? It is in Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh, and it is in partnership with Adani and Airtel. Next, which country has topped the medal tally in the 16th Asian Shooting Championship held in August in Kazakhstan? So which country topped the medal tally? It is our country India that topped the medal tally here. This competition, it featured 748 athletes from 27 countries, and if we talk about our country India, we have won a total of 99 medals, out of which 50 are gold, 26 silver and 23 bronze. Next, where will the Pickleball World Cup 25 be held, in which India will participate for the very first time? So India will be participating for the first time in this Pickleball World Cup that is scheduled to be held where? In Florida, USA. Next, who won the 35th edition of the Dutch Grand Prix held in Netherlands? So who won this 35th edition of the Dutch Grand Prix? Oscar Piastri have won this Dutch Grand Prix. Next, pick out the incorrect statement regarding the 29th edition of the Badminton World Federation World Championship held in Paris, France. If we look at the option, we have to find the incorrect statement. So A is right, C is right, B is our answer. Chen Yufei from China won the women's single title here. Is it so? No, women's single title was won by Akane Yamaguchi. Akane Yamaguchi, right? And she is from Japan. Next is, which country topped the medal tally of the 2025 Commonwealth Weightlifting Championship held in Ahmedabad, Gujarat? If we look at the option, it is our country India that has won the 30th, that is topped in the medal tally at the 30th Commonwealth Weightlifting Championship. Next, mention the name of the Indian cricketer who in September announced his retirement from international cricket, concluding an illustrious career that spanned more than 2 decades. So, who is that Indian cricketer? Amit Mishra, right, has announced his retirement. Next is, students, identify the name of the mascot of the 11th Asian Aquatics Championship unveiled by Union Minister Mansukh Mandaviya in New Delhi. So, identify the name of that mascot. The mascot's name is Jalvi, right? It is for the 11th Asian Aquatic Championship. Next, mention the country that has won the 12th edition of the Men's Hockey Asia Cup title by defeating South Korea by 4-1 in the final in Rajgir Sports Complex in Bihar. So mention that country. It is our India. Correct? Take a note of this. And this marks India's 4th Asia Cup title and qualified for the 2026 International Hockey Federation's Men's Hockey World Cup. Who will be hosting this Men's Hockey World Cup? It will be co-hosted by Netherlands and Belgium. Next, who won the F1 Italian Grand Prix held at Autodromo Nationalis Monza in Monza, Italy? So who won the F1 Grand Prix here? Italian Grand Prix. This Italian F1 Grand Prix was won by Max Verstappen. Next, the 28th International Table Tennis Federation Asian Table Tennis Union, right, championship will be held at which place in October as announced by Table Tennis Federation India? It is scheduled to be held in Bhubaneswar, Odisha. Moving on, India will host the first ever dash in Chennai, Tamil Nadu as announced by the Tamil Nadu's Chief Minister in September. So India will host the first ever what? Will host the first ever 5150 triathlon. Right? It will be held in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, and Tamil Nadu state government has approved 3 crore rupees for this event, making India the third Asian nation and the sixth nation worldwide to host this elite triathlon format. Next, which country has won the second edition of the Central Asian Football Association Nations Cup, the biennial men's football championship of Central Asia, held from 29th of August to 8th of September. So, which country has won the second edition here? It is Uzbekistan that has won it. And Uzbekistan defeated Iran in the finals by 1-0. Next, identify the sports academy that earned a prestigious affiliation with the Asian Hockey Federation with the support of International Hockey Federation. It is Rajgir Sports Academy. Next, mention the country that topped the medal tally at the 2025 World Boxing Championship held in Liverpool, England. If we look at the options here, which is that country we are talking about, it is Kazakhstan that we are talking about. Right? Next is which country defeated India in the final to win the 11th Women's Hockey Asia Cup held in Guangzhou, China in September. So which country defeated here? So it is which country defeated India here? So right option is India defeated, or mention that country who defeated India here. It is China that defeated India in the finals here. Next, in September, who became the first Indian high jumper to qualify for the men's high jump final at the 20th edition of the World Athletics Championship held in Tokyo, Japan. So, who became the first Indian? Sarvesh Kushare. Sarvesh Kushare became the first Indian here. Take a note of this. Next, which country was officially named as the new jersey sponsor of the Indian cricket team until 2027 in September 2025? So, it is Apollo Tyres. They became the new jersey sponsor for the Indian men's cricket team. Next, which team defeated the South Zone to win the 62nd edition of the Duleep Trophy in the final held at the BCCI Centre of Excellence in Bengaluru, Karnataka? It is Central Zone. Next, in September, Samuel Umtiti officially announced his retirement from professional football at the age of 31. He hails from which country? He hails from France. He hails from France. Next is who became the first woman from Bihar to be awarded the Women Fight Master title in September after achieving 2100 fight rating points. So right option is Mariam Fatima. Next, identify the following country. Which of the following countries did not come in top of the medal tally of the 20th edition of the World Athletics Championship held in Tokyo, Japan? So not in the top in the medal tally. Here Israel is not among the top in the medal tally. It is USA, then Kenya, then Canada, then Netherlands, then Botswana. Next, Max Verstappen represents Red Bull company, right, and has won the 8th edition of the F1 Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Next, the 8th edition of the Lever Cup won by the Team World over Team Europe. Where was the event held? Lever Cup is basically a tennis event where Team World participates with, or Team World is against the Team Europe, and recently this 8th edition was won by Team World. Question asked is, where was this event held? This was held where? It was held in San Francisco, USA. So that's all for this day, students. These were your sports topic. Now let's move to the revision part that will be quite beneficial for you all. Which international convention re-elected India as the vice chair of the Bureau for Asia Pacific during the 10th session of the Conference of Parties held at the UNESCO headquarters in Paris, France? So which international convention re-elected India here? So it is ICADS, that is your International Convention Against Doping in Sports. Very important, students. And during the session, Azerbaijan was elected as the chairman for the COP10. Take a note of this. Moving on, and where was this basically held? Basically, as we saw that India was re-elected here. So India was re-elected for what term? That is from 2025 to 2027. This is also an important question can be asked. Moving on, students, name the African country that partnered with the government of India in October to establish the first IIT campus in Africa, and where this will be in Nigeria. Right? First IIT campus, and this is IIT Madras. We have seen that IIT Madras was established in Zanzibar in Tanzania in 2023, and now we are seeing an IIT campus will also be established in Nigeria. Next, find out the name of the multinational air combat exercise organized by the Spanish Air Force at the Gando Air Base in the Canary Islands of Spain, where the Indian Air Force participated its Sukhoi 30 Mark 1 fighter jet. So, the exercise name is Ocean Sky 2025 and it is Sukhoi 30 Mark 1 fighter jet that took part from the Indian side here. Where was this exercise held? Location at the Canary Islands in Spain. This is the location that I want you all to remember. Moving on. Correct statement you have to give me regarding the 16th session of the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development held in October at the Geneva, Switzerland. So if we see, all these three options are rightly mentioned. Next, choose the country that remained on the FATF grey list. See, Financial Action Task Force, and they have released this grey list. Grey list is basically a list that is having a name of all those countries that are doing terror financing. Right? So recently, grey list was released by FATF following the 4th Financial Action Task Force plenary meeting. Where was this plenary meeting held? It was held in Paris, France. Correct? It was from 22 to 24th of October. It was under the presidency of Elsa de Anda Madrazo of Mexico. Question asked is, choose the country that remained on this FATF list. So Kenya has remained on this FATF list, and another question becomes, which countries have been removed from the FATF list? It is Mozambique, South Africa, Burkina Faso and Nigeria. They have been removed from the FATF list. This is also an important question, students. Next, who has been elected as the first Asian chair of the IUCN Species Survival Commission for 26 to 29 term? This was during the IUCN World Conservation Congress held from 9 to 15th of October in Abu Dhabi, UAE. So who has been elected as the first Asian chair here? Vivek Menon. Direct question, students. Right? And here Razan Khalifa Al Mubarak was re-elected as the president of IUCN. She will continue for the term 2026 till 2029. Next, where was the UN Convention Against Cybercrime held in October, marking the establishment of the world's first global framework to prevent the combating cybercrime? It was held in Hanoi, Vietnam. Next, mark the correct statement regarding 47th Asian Summit held in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. If we look at the option, all these three options are rightly mentioned. Next, what was the theme of the 4th edition of RBI's Global Hackathon, that is Harbinger 25 Innovation for Transformation, launched in October to boost secure and inclusive banking solutions? So, what was the theme here for this hackathon, that is Harbinger? It is secure banking powered by identity, integrity and inclusivity. Important, very important. So take a note of this, and this is the 4th edition of this hackathon, that is Harbinger. Next, mention the international financial institution that approved $280 million loan to Kerala in October under Kerala Health System Improvement Plan to improve healthcare for elderly and vulnerable citizens. So, which is that organization? This is World Bank. How much amount has been approved? $280 million has been approved here. Next, mark the incorrect statement regarding the digital payment solutions launched by City Union Bank during the Global FinTech Fest that was held at Geo World Convention Center in Mumbai, Maharashtra from 7 to 9th of October. If we look at the option, we have to find the incorrect statement. So here we see option B is right, D is right and E is right. So we can say that option A and C is our answer. If we look at option A, which is wrong and C is wrong, A is saying City Union Bank Depend is a credit card introduced for MSME customers to enhance digital lending. Is it so? No. This CUP or City Union Bank Depend, this is basically a credit line on UPI. This is a credit line on UPI. Now option A is right. Correct this. This is not a credit card. C is saying that City Union Bank Desire is a systematic saving plan available only for the CUB customers. No. Yes, this CUB, what is it? I correct. Option C is that CUB Desire, right? It is a systematic plan available for the CUB customers. Option C is also right here, students, right? Option C is also rightly mentioned. So A is wrong. We have corrected it. Next is mark the correct statement regarding the 2nd edition of the Payment System Report for June released by RBI. If we look at the options here, all these three options are rightly mentioned. Next, from which date will the new nominee
nomination provisions under Banking Laws Amendment Act of 2025 announced by the Ministry of Finance in October come into force. So from which date it is? It is from 1st of November 2025 onwards. Next, here what is the thing happening is that an individual can have multiple nominations, right? And even in different transactions or in different sectors, right? For example, he is having certain assets. So he can define nominee for a certain asset and irrespective of the percentage of its amount, right? Say for example, an individual having 100%, he can nominate nominee for 10%, for 20%, for 30% and so on. Correct? And a maximum of 4 nominees can be appointed here. Next, from which country along with United States of America accounted for 1/3 of India's total FDI during the FY25 as per RBI census released in October. So it is Singapore and USA. They together accounted for almost 1/3 of the FDI that is coming into India. Next, identify that Indian state that received a $460 million result-based loan from Asian Development Bank for power distribution enhancement program for the agriculture solarization. So, which is that state that will be benefiting out of it? It is Maharashtra. Next, name the company that collaborated with France-based Safran aircraft engines and inaugurated 425 crore rupees aero engine components manufacturing facility at Tata Center of Excellence for Aero Engines in Telangana. So which is that company? It is Tata Advanced Systems Limited, and they are also setting up a plant in Dholera, that is in Gujarat. This plant will be a semiconductor manufacturing chip fabrication plant. Next, Government of India, they have announced the winners of the second edition of Rashtriya Vigyan Puraskar, who was honored posthumously with the Vigyan Ratna Award for his outstanding lifetime contribution to physics. So who was honored here? Professor Jayant Vishnu Narlekar was honored here. Take a note of this. This is important, students. Right? Rashtriya Vigyan Puraskar. Moving on, find out the personality who was not among the Indian recipients honored as the top agri-food pioneers by the World Food Prize Foundation during the Norman E. Borlaug International Dialogue held in Iowa, USA. So, Dr. Vandana Shiva, right, was not among the Indian recipients here that were honored. So, Chef Sanjeev Kapoor, Dr. Manzoor Hussaindar, Avijit Ghosh, Dr. Bubdilli Murthy Prasanna, they were honored here. Take a note of this. Then next is also important question, that is the Grand Order of the Mugunwa, right? This is the highest civilian honor given by whom? By which country? This is the highest civilian honor of South Korea, and it is the first time that the USA's president Donald Trump was honored with this honor, that is a Grand Order of the Mugunwa. Next, identify the person who was reappointed as the part-time chairman of the Kotak Mahindra Bank as approved by RBI in October. So CS Ranjan here is the person who was reappointed as the part-time chairman of the Kotak Mahindra Bank. Next, mention the country where Dr. Patrick Hermione was sworn in as the 6th president, succeeding the Wawel Ramkalawan. So, Republic of Seychelles. Next, which of the following USA-based global investment firm announced a plan in October to acquire 9.99% majority stake in the Federal Bank Limited for 6,196 crore rupees? Right? So, which of the following USA-based global investment firm? It is Blackstone. They have announced the plan to acquire 9.99% majority stake in Federal Bank. Right? Next, in October, Reliance Industries Limited, they have announced the formation of AI joint venture named Reliance Enterprise Intelligence Limited with global technology company involving investment of 855 crore rupees. So, with which global technology company they are planning this? This is Meta, right? Even Google, they partnered with Adani and Airtel to set up Asia's largest AI data center that will be in Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh, and it will be attracting an investment of $1 billion, and it will be using clean energy. Next, name the shipbuilding company that delivered the first of the 8 anti-submarine warfare shallow watercraft named Mahi to the Indian Navy. If we look at here, it is Cochin Shipyard Limited. This is the company that has delivered INS Mahi, right? It was handed over in Kochi, Kerala, and it is one of the 8 anti-submarine warfare shallow watercraft. Also, students, Kochi, this is the most unsafe city of India according to the data. Kolkata, West Bengal. This is the most safest city in India.